What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Journal. I'm AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with the Council Episode 2, Hide and Seek. That's the name of it. Last video, we finished Mission 5, Chapter 5, whatever you want to call it. I took some deep breaths. I finished having flashbacks of my time that I went to Sunday school and all the wasted Sundays. I miss you, NFL kickoff. I'm sorry, that's a horrible joke. Before anybody wants to, I guess this isn't before anybody furiously types in the comments when I made fun of point-and-click adventure games at the end of the last video. I'm not talking about Sam & Max, Monkey Island, Full Throttle, and basically anything by LucasArts. But you got to admit, back in the 90s, I guess, yeah, I think it was mostly a 90s thing, those point-and-click adventure games, some of them were just awful and had puzzles that were so obnoxiously complicated. And that last puzzle, that, if you can call it a puzzle, I got to the end or the last. I apparently, like, I looked this up in the interim. Like, I missed other messages inside that Bible. Like, we're supposed to be getting hints from those paintings. Those hints sucked because I mean, they were either way. Let's keep going. Apparently, people were not happy with this. I think I was talking about this in the last video. I was finding a review that somebody was just like this, and I read a couple other reviews and comments, and people were not happy with this chapter. They were like me and really liked the first one and what they did. I also feel like I should have explored a little bit more, but But yeah, this one really, from what people are saying, is not anywhere near as good as the last one. Alright, now we can equip up to 3. Let's see here. So I still need 2 more points in linguistics. Can get manipulation, diversion, etiquette, and politics. Alright, let's see here. Politics isn't going to upgrade any soon. Still need 2 in that. Diversion, manipulation, occultism can level up soon. So we'll take the one in occultism. Let's see here. What's our skill in etiquette look like? Nowhere close. How about diversion? Where the heck is that? Also nowhere close. Politics? Also nowhere close. Well, I guess then we'll take those 2 and just get start building the skills.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Thanks, creepy dude with a mask. Alright, let's go around and see if we can break into people's rooms and maybe find out more about them. I really didn't do a lot of this kind of exploring in the first video. Is leaving desserts out. Are those? No, okay, there's roses on those plates. What's with the freaking lighting? I can never tell. Is it my PC's just a piece of crap, or is there just something weird going on? Can't go into that room. This is... yeah, okay, but we've already been in Bonaparte's. Nope, that's not a collectible. That's just a cup. Can't go into Emily's. Nope. I think that's the dude we still haven't met. It's ours. Oh, okay. I have a feeling then if we can't even go into our room, that we can't go into any of these rooms. That's just apparently an empty room. Yep. Nothing over there. That's Washington's room. Can't go in there. Can't go into that room. And I guess we're... Nope, can't go down those stairs. Am I just trapped? Johann... Okay, no, never mind. We haven't done the full circuit. Because it all looks the same. Johann von... I really like saying Johann von Volney. It's really fun to say. Nope, those were books. I saw those books on that shelf and thought, ooh, a chest. Nope, books.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Cost reduced by 3, so let's... Oh, wait, I can't remember. Is she... I don't think... Yeah. Psychology and logic. Let's give it a shot.
Mother's really killed her sister. I'd better find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh, really? Do you think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Yeah, but we can keep quiet. I'm leaning towards tell her because I like Emily. I think she's cool, not just attractive, but she's cool. In the last video, I mean, we kind of sparked up a trust between us. I don't want to get caught hiding stuff from her, and I think of anyone here, I think she's the most trustworthy. Now, as soon as I say that, just like a Telltale game where I feel like I'm doing the right thing, I'm shooting myself in the foot, but we'll tell her.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on, then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can.
Boom.
It seems that your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
I even hear that screaming.
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis, but I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see. Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And who is this charming character?
Manuel Godoy, the Duke of La Alcudia. He's the head of the Spanish government, Monsieur de Richet. He's the one who, in practice, controls Spain.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined.
What?
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our
God,
monarchies are in
the
danger. I have
bloodshot
said it before.
eyes of Louis is freaky. I love when Napoleon's just like,
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for 1 vote! Is that your democracy?
What an
in its
obnoxious-
purest form, yes.
Anything was possible. This
Not
political
saying it's
coup
good,
had
but in its
grave
purest
consequences.
form, that is technically what democracy is.
Gentlemen, please, let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness, he was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Okay. Things down.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richer.
Are you related to Sarah de Richer?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured, the response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
All right, Manuel Godoy. All right, Manuel Godoy, Secretary of State and head of the Spanish government, a favorite of King Charles IV of Spain. Godoy rapidly climbed the political ranks, lover of Queen Marie Louis Bourbon of Parma. Is that how that's pronounced? He attracted the envy of Spanish princes. As Secretary of State, he developed and strengthened the Spanish colonial empire, especially in the Americas. A close friend of Louis the 16th, King of France. He worked hard for the king's liberation, but in vain. This served to fuel his resentment of the Republican government of France. Invited by Sir Gregory Home, Godoy arrived at Lord Mortimer's manor with the firm intention of calming the expansionist desires of the United States of America on their continent. Well,
Could you spare a moment?
not entirely sure that worked out.
I want to talk to you too.
Of course.
Ooh,
I heard
confrontation.
about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Does he know her? Let's. Well, this is a one. This is a skill that has 0 points, and wait a minute. I got to remember. Is this the one that reveals immunities? Okay, so it's a vulnerability. Crap.
The way you speak, it sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
I was thinking about using a Carmelite water to make the use free, but I'd also get a free use.
Our arrangement.
Or I'd get a free skill point back. Alright, psychology. Prompt him to talk about it. Yeah, let's go with manipulation.
Absolutely, but I was hoping that you could tell me more about it.
That's horrible manipulation.
She was planning to sell me a very old book. I will make no secret of the fact that I am passionate about the subject. And when Sarah spoke to me about it, her account literally had me enthralled. I can think of nothing else since... You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
He looks obsessed. Make him talk about what he's looking for.
As my mother's got so many old books, I'm afraid I won't be able to...
Oh, it's easy. You can't mistake this one. It's an ancient grimoire, composed of 7 parts. Each one is closed under lock and key. It was made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished. If you find it, you mustn't tamper with it. You see?
Well, of course.
That's unusual. Unfortunately, that doesn't ring a bell. I'll look again, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchardt in Paris. Do you know him?
Oh, von Borchardt, wasn't that the guy who cut us in the face? Let's not lie to him. Let's manipulate him again.
Indeed. One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once. Precisely over the case that concerns us now, because he claimed to have the book I'm looking for.
Another dishonest person.
Boom!
What can you say?
Succeeded without giving up a skill point.
No.
Or action point, or whatever.
Can't.
I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Wollner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Wollner. You're the one who von Borchardt was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
Mortimer, home. Oh. I don't think it's Mortimer. Home doesn't make sense, but the King of Prussia seems like too obvious of an answer. Part of me's thinking it's home because that's the least likely. It's trying to throw me a curveball, but I gotta go King of Prussia.
Dear King, I should think.
What? You mean Frederick William? Oh, my poor fellow. You are miles away. That stupid, pretentious puppet wields no real power.
I couldn't suss it out.
Seeing as you do not wish to be serious, so be it. Good luck to you.
I'm sitting here thinking it might be home. Because it being Mortimer doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Because that also seems too obvious.
Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
In that one I was trying to be too tricky, I guess. Right, nothing around here. Can I get an idea of who's all where? I can go out there. But let's talk to our friend Napoleon.
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Does expression "go beyond the nightmare" mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt
I like
that
his
is what you
nose.
want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Oh God, does he have a? No, he's not weak to questioning, or he's not strong against questioning.
Meaning?
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. His undeserved titles, more than 10 in just 4 years, and each one more prestigious than the one before.
You don't think he deserves them?
If I had seen him on the battlefield, there might be some doubt. But that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion?
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view.
Yeah.
Do you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
I like Napoleon. I don't think he's a bad guy.
What can I do for you,
Hello,
sir?
creepy manservant.
I am at your service, day and night, sir.
You can tell me about the host. I was wondering if you'd help me
As I
out.
was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope sir will understand that I have doubts. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
Huh, there you are then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now.
But, sir, I...
Oh, shoot.
Very well, sir. Here you are. May sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you.
Why are you wearing creepy masks? Well, I can't get any royal honey from them, so I really am good. I still want to know why they wear masks. It's just disturbing to me. Alright, nothing there. Oh wow, I can go back upstairs. Okay, let's see what's up here. I can't go into his... Okay, I have a feeling we can just run around up here, that there's no actual... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think we can really have anything to do up here. Yeah, okay. Find out more clues. Well, let's keep searching for people, because I don't know where everyone left. Ah, there's Washington. I totally missed him.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
I don't want to spend the point, but...
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come. It's always in your best interest.
I wouldn't say that personally, but...
Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis. Let's say he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. But you'll see, everything will turn out fine. Don't worry.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, let's go in here and see if anybody in here is willing to have a small chat. As the frame rate's still bugging out on me. Piaggi.
Louis, just a man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
King made things all worse on himself. The king was playing with fire. Either way, I'm spending a point.
Your Eminence, I'm sorry for King Louis, but he did everything to put himself there.
Ah, crap.
How can you say such a thing? Even if France...
Alright, well, I figured something out at least. Figured something out about him. What's this do? Can I not figure it out? Well,
You don't go and behead a person of high status. They always serve our cause better alive than dead. Politically, it's absurd.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Louis, I'm counting on you. If you don't find Sarah before my departure, I must ask you to give me back the letter I gave you.
Well, don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
God. I feel like it's important, but I don't.
As to his faith, I have no doubt. However, his ambition seems to surpass his morality, and I hope that it will not sully the crown.
You can say that again. The blue eyes of the latest Infanta, Maria Isabel, have left everyone wondering.
Rumors always accompany men of power, Your Eminence.
Naturally. But the number of awards and titles granted by the Queen during these past 4 years leaves little doubt.
So, Godoy really is this out-and-out rascal who uses his charm on the Queen.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Aha, I got a point back at least.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her. And in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence.
I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Alright, well, we can do that. Let's see if there's still anyone else around here that'd like to have a chat with us. We could also end this now and just, you know, take ourselves out. Just throw ourselves off this cliff face and, you know. Who comes to a mansion like this, sees this weird, like, canyon-facing dining room, and just doesn't think, oh yeah, we're, someone's getting thrown off that. Or somebody's going to drunkenly stumble off of that by the end of this everything. Where's Mortimer's study exactly? Tower room. Okay, it's up on the 3rd floor. Where are you? Let's have a chat.
What do you want, Louis?
I have a question that might seem a bit strange, but
Go on.
See if she knows anything.
go beyond the nightmare. Would that mean anything to you?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
It can be a place. I don't know where, but it's a lead, I think.
You ought to ask His Eminence. He knows the house and its estate very well, being a frequent visitor. I believe he's in the Grand Salon.
Thank you for your advice. Emily, what can you tell me
I
about...
have a feeling she's going to be able to tell me the same
So
exact thing as
Gregory and
everyone
Lord
else.
Mortimer organize this kind of high society meeting every so often in order to consider the world situation.
But to what purpose?
Well, by bringing
Play
together
God.
the most influential people from the dominant nations of the modern world, they allow the mighty to discuss matters with calm clarity. There are precedents of armistices being signed at the end of these talks, you know. Talking while holding a glass of brandy makes things easier. You'll see.
What do you think of our last guest?
Well, I never thought I would get the chance to meet that Hispanic Casanova in the flesh. His reputation is well known.
I like that. I like that description.
Including, would you believe it, the Queen of Spain.
The Queen of Spain likes to indiscreetly say, the King, Godoy, and myself make up the Holy Trinity. The people have appropriately renamed them the Goat, the Ruffian, and the Whore.
I didn't see you being a mudslinger in your idle hours, I must say.
I think it's funny. You know what? Worth the point.
Unfortunately, I have things to do. Thank you again, madam.
I had to spend the action point, but I don't feel that bad because I got to hear that. So Make me smile. And in the end, wasn't that action point worth a smile?
So, what did my mother mean by going
Holy hell.
nightmare?
I started walking forward and saw... Gee, who is this guy? Creepy offices with holes to nowhere.
The Book of the Mortimer family.
Let's steal it.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Oh, cool. Alright, Z, C, E, or an A. I'm gonna guess C. I don't think it's Z, and there's not many words I can think of. Let's go with E. The reason I think that the first one's got to be a vowel because the third letter is going to be a vowel of some sort, unless it's S, but... Eh. If anybody can figure it out for me and call me a moron in the comments, feel free. I just don't think it would make the most interesting video, like me doing that Bible thing in the last one. I'm just sitting here trying to figure it out. Is anyone else? Oh, it's that stupid bird. I'm like...
A mina bird. Sarah Deriche? Waldo, you know Sarah? Let's take a closer look. Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans. The chocolate of the Mayas, the rarest of the beans. Some even say they're an aphrodisiac. In fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it, not to be given to animals.
Alright, let's not give it to the bird. Dear Miss, I can't pronounce that name. I'm writing with regard to the dates of the paintings of Saint temporarily. Please note that my private collection are all dated according to the Freemasons calendar AL in use at the time. As you may well have guessed, you must remember to subtract 4,000 years if you don't want the public to be surprised at the dating of the works. No need to remind you that the Freemason year AL begins in March, not January. About the Longinus painting, I took the liberty of to have the spear touched up so it better corresponds to the actual spear. I cannot urge you strongly enough to do the same to yours. Yours sincerely, Lord William Alexander Mortimer, Marquis of Westfordshire. That's a...
Now, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. As if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Thanks, Freddy. Foreshadowing. Yeah, I was thinking about grabbing those chocolates and feeding it to the bird. I'm glad I didn't. Well, we can't examine the berries. Well, it's because I'm out
Come
of.
in handy.
I'm out of items.
A mina bird.
Sarah Deriche? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here?
Can I feed him again? Okay, I can't pick up the berries.
A mina bird.
Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I was expecting.
Yeah. And I'm not going to feed him the chocolate because I'd rather not, kill Mortimer's bird.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere. The nightmare painted by Fuseli in
crap.
1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Alright.
I don't think this book can help me.
So you just pick up a random book. That's really cool looking. Not gonna lie.
No. Let's look elsewhere.
Yeah, don't want to go downstairs. Key with an occult water symbol. Okay. I heard. I see it now. I see a lot of similarities.
No mechanism here. A mina bird. Alright, that's enough of that. If I go on talking to a mina bird, I'll end up going crazy. No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes.
Haha. Oh, God.
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
Didn't he say the painting was in 1781? Notice something or, well... Notice something.
It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9.
I don't want to use the other. Okay, so if it gets stuck on 9, I'm going to assume the answer, and that one is 9. Counts for the year 1792.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date.
5,100. Wait, one more time on that.
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date.
And like he said with the 5,190. Oops. Yeah, so because if this one says with the Masonic years, the Masonic calendar subtract 4,000 years. And let's I just want to hear the number one more time.
William Alexander
5,190.
12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date. Doesn't work, damn it. I really thought I was close. 1,190. Isn't the right date when you subtract 4,000? I must have missed a subtlety. Damn it. Doesn't work. 5,190. I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right dating system.
As you may well guess, no need to remind you that the Freemason year starts in
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre. The Siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre was a major conflict during the Third Crusade. Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus fought to take the town back. It was the Crusaders' first operation to take back the Kingdom of Jerusalem.
I don't want to use another Carmelite water.
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190. That's a funny date.
Twelfth month. Wait a minute. So that would be February of 1190. I'm gonna try something. 1100. Maybe the lock runs in normal year, not the Masonic year. Let's try it this way.
Still not working. I get the impression I counted the wrong way. It must be 1 year more then, right?
190. Okay, so if it wasn't what I was thinking, I've got to be missing something.
Many families kept documents of their history, but I've never seen anything like this before. Such regularity in writing them up through the generations for such a long time. First time I've ever seen that. Mortimer gives considerable importance to his origins. That's undeniable. Well, well. History of the Mortimer lineage. Looks like his ancestors have always sought to improve society and have had an open attitude towards the arts. Oh, the family tree. All right. For one, the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude. Right. Let's see. Who else is there?
I want to see who the guy in that painting was again. I can't remember the name.
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190. That's a funny date.
William Alexander Mortimer.
Oh, the family tree. The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity! Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife. Lord William Alexander Mortimer. Lover of the arts and the sciences, he took up politics at an early age. After rapidly becoming influential, he decides to retire from public life in order to organize conferences reserved for the elite with the aim of finding answers to world problems. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
He's also an only son, and the book doesn't mention any known descendant. The direct descendant of William Alexander Mortimer I was born in 1195 on his father's return from the crusade. Only son, more discreet than his father, it states that he was widely traveled. He produced only one descendant, named William Michael Mortimer. He died in 1275, There's no chapter dedicated to his mother.
I want to try something. Let's try 1195.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Okay, that makes me think I wasn't even close. The 1190 I think is important.
This seems to be the list of grants and sponsorships given by the Mortimer family.
A Ponce de Leon, really? Huh. I don't think that's important.
Oh, the family tree. All right. For one, the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude. Right. Let's see. Who else is there? Only son, a descendant with a singular name. He also took a wife and had only one child, named William again. Another at random. William Mortimer again. Only son, him too. Born in 1573 and died in 1665. The Mortimers lived to a ripe old age, that's for sure. Discreet again. The summary states that he was an excellent merchant, and that towards the end of his life, he entered politics? Oh, the family tree.
I don't want to use the Carmelite water, but I feel like I have to.
Let's see. All Mortimer's ancestors are called William something Mortimer. That happens a lot in noble families, but here it's systematic. Not a single generation ever breaks the custom. Looks like this family is very attached to their principles.
Damn it, not useful.
All right. For one, the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude.
All right, I'm not doing
Who else is there?
I'm not doing this. Analyze familial organization. All right, I don't think that's gonna help us get to our answer. All right, it's got to be back with the paintings.
Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens. This painting isn't finished, and it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but we can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
I'm gonna put my guess out there. Mortimer is a mortal. He found the Fountain of Youth.
Hey, there are two dates on this painting: 1154 AD and 5154 AL.
We already know the whole 4,000 thing by reading his paper here. I'm missing something here.
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190. That's a funny date. Painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled "Winter Before the Fall of Saint Jean d'Acre."
Oh my god, I'm incredibly dumb, and people are probably screaming at me while I've been. I think I had my head on straight when I was saying this, that because it's the 12th month, the 12th month of Anna Lucis, which starts in March. So it's February of that year, but that wouldn't be 89. That would actually be 91 because the Julian calendar, which I believe is what we use, would be 1 year ahead of that calendar. So I'm going to go with 91. There we go. People are probably screaming it, typing furiously in the comments as I was trying a whole lot of dumb stuff. I was on the right path, though, at one point in time, and then I was just going in the wrong direction. God, I gotta admit, I feel kind of good about that. Dear Lord, dear Lord Mortimer, we're to inform you that our plans in Poland are set to fail. Russia and Prussia are working in cohort to bleed our dear Poland. We have no power here. We continue to maintain pressure as best we can on the Prussian borders, as agreed in order to occupy Frederick William's army. But I do not know how long we can keep it up. Your devoted servant, Elfriede Bauer. Dear Lord Mortimer, I am writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act. As it stands, we must absolutely legislate on a national and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters and unable to find any slaves on the run. They kidnap the first black they come across, which that passes off the one runaway. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance, your friend John Adams. P.S. Say hello to my daughter Elizabeth for me. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of like really deep political stuff here.
Couldn't have hoped for better.
Oh, thank God, I needed the points. My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated, and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schisselberg. Hopefully that's correct. If by chance you could intervene in my favor, I would be eternally in your debt. The Serena Catherine... Yes, Zarina. Okay, I think that's how that's pronounced. Should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. In the hope that you can help me, your friend Nikolai Novikov. God, words. Bam. Let's just cure our negative ailments while we have it.
The Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in and goes on. There are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
The gift has been delivered. Timur Shah Durrani, king of Afghanistan, of Punjab and Sindh, of Masahad, and of Kashmir should not retain his title much longer. That's a long freaking title. His son Zaman will succeed him as planned. We will then be able to resume negotiations. K. Yeah, I probably mispronounced about 3 or 4 things in there.
This shows the forces present in America. Some of those forces are pushing toward the west. On it, Mortimer's placed little feather symbols at different points, toward which the Spanish are headed. Could he be fueling Indian resistance to slow down Spain?
My dearest friend, as desired, I have been able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you propose. The agreement shall be known as the Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place where we gathered when you met us for the first time, you will understand why this name was given. Please find and close the list of my colleagues. Leonard Becker. Thanks for the help. We shall soon be able to meet at my place, the Tontine Coffee House. I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible, Hugh Smith. Alright, there's the sword, and I have a very strong feeling that's what we're looking for here. My dearest Lord Mortimer, for your information, you need not worry about any scheming against us from Great Britain. The representative, Mr. McCartney, will leave with no hope of any arrangements involving us. Your friend, Qinlong, Emperor of the Qing Dynasty. Hopefully that is pronounced correctly. William, whatever your projects, it would seem that our father is against leaving you with a grip on Europe. Russia will soon commit itself to the coalition against your dear France. You can resist for long. I beseech you, William, not to persist. You are tearing our family apart. Your loving brother, G. P.S. I shall come to your conference, but you think that holding it at the present moment is conductive. His brother? I thought he didn't have a brother.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
I want to analyze the geopolitical situation, but I don't think it's the smart thing right now. I want to keep at least 1 point in the event we need it. My dear friend, thank you for your words, and I do understand your situation. I regret having to confront you militarily, but if the situation obliges me to declare war, then do what you think fit. Under your advisement and with a weary heart, I am off to meet up with the coalition that opposes you in the hopes of serving you again, George, King of Hanover, King of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland.
It's locked.
That's interesting. Yeah, full of Devil's Thorn. Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead as set down. I am to occupy the Prussian army. Your delivery of cannons to Valmy has ensured our victory. As agreed, I have notified the King of Prussia of the invasion plans of Custine and the Army of the North. I will keep the Austrians out of Belgium. I am to quickly return to Paris as I sense the fate of our kingdom, as I fear the fate of our King Louis is about to be decided dishonorably, and it is impossible for me not to intervene. Should you have any missives to give me, okay, I invite you to go by, as per usual, our friend Monsieur Peru. Sincerely, Charles Francois Dumouriez, General of the Army of the North. Hopefully that was somewhat correct. It's not obvious I don't speak French. Oh my god. Stealing books.
What's strange about this table? The Little Surgeon's Perfect Collection. Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton.
So much I want to use just all these skills for, but I just don't have the items.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever. These are feathers. Pigeon, probably. A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by.
Dear Luna Mortimer, as agreed, I have changed your old lock for one of my invention, drawing inspiration from your doctor friend, Mr. Guillotine. Here's the model of your new lock. If you appreciate my prototype, it is difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door, to the aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the lineup of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open or will punish the snooper whose faith is not strong enough. I called my invention the Judgment of Faith, because if a snooper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. I hope you'll appreciate the irony of the situation. Gustave Montrant, Master Architect. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages. An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
And more Carmelite water. Sweet. Dear Lord Mortimer, be assured of my entire devotion. As agreed, the Vendée peasantry will soon rise up. My network is striving to increase pressure on the masses. The decision of the Assembly, which consists of voting the civil constitution of the clergy, is inflaming the region. The people overwhelmingly reject the priests and swear loyalty to the state. If you could ensure that the convention will administer the final blow to the people, the issue will be resolved. Without wishing to direct you, a forced recruitment for a faraway conflict would be a perfect way to arouse the people indefinitely. Your devoted servant, Francois Charlotte Le Contier. Called fire symbol.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the order it took us.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Well, I only have one key, so I could use Carmelite to... My dearest friends, our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. The Coinage Act has been voted. Your project of funding the very first Bank of America should not be delayed and will probably be called Union Bank. As for the construction of the White House, it is still die to begin in October. I will accept no delays. You can trust me on this. I hope to see you soon. Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of State. I'm debating about just opening that second lock using a Carmelite water, but at the same time, I still don't want to waste it. Lord Mortimer, the tiger is dying. On your demand, I have attached Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible, though without the help for the French. Jesus. I cannot hope to hold them off much longer. My forces are rapidly diminishing in spite of your new rockets. Help us. Tipu Sahib, Sultan of Mysore?
Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
Oh.
It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, Temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the Chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Alright, I was hoping that would help us learn something about Mortimer, but I guess not.
Skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little... 3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Know that Mortimer is kind of a creepy dude.
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
You know what? Screw it. What? That was it? I kind of feel cheap. Let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Bam, we have a weapon.
Oh, shit. How am I gonna get out of here now? Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer. It's locked.
Yeah, I mean, we knew about that.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Let's think about the lock.
It could be a trap.
What? That was it? Damn it.
The mechanism passes through the wall. The wheels are the same on both sides. Chances are the combination I used on the other side works on this side too.
Okay, so there we go. So let's see here. Should be... Ah, crap. Wait. Oh, that's cute.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
So it should work on this side, but it should be in reverse because we're looking at it on the other side like a mirror.
Whoa, whoa. If the grid closes a bit more every time I enter a wrong date, I'd better not mess up again. It doesn't seem to be working.
And I went with that one because it's also upside down now. But maybe because I was thinking about it a little too literally, so maybe thinking that it had to look like 9, but maybe if it looks like 6.
Looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side. Are stuck. Shit! I'm cornered like a rat.
Alright. Whatever.
Someone's coming.
Trying to think what the correct answer would have been. Oh, wait a minute. Something I didn't try. What if I tried to make it so it'd be...
4 years ago, I was his favorite. But nowadays, I have to ask for an audience with his lordship.
Damn it! It's Peru. I don't know if I should, but...
Well, that's it. I've had enough of being humiliated.
I'm wasting my time here.
After everything I've done on his behalf, he dares treat me like a lackey?
Sir Peru! It's Monsieur de Riche! I've locked myself in behind the painting! Help me get out, please!
What are you playing at, goddammit?
There's a pedal under Lord Mortimer's desk. Can you see it?
There's no... Hang on. Yes.
Good. Now press it.
Yeah. Done.
You should see something resembling a frame with numbers. Yes? You have to turn them to set the combination.
None of those are the correct answer, though.
One 1191.
Okay. Was I misremembering the...
Well, well, well. Poking our nose into Mortimer's little secrets.
I can't remember. I don't know.
You do surprise me.
It's not what you're thinking.
Maybe I misremembered the code.
No, you will not, sir. It has nothing to do with me, and by the way, I never even saw you. So, I'll be on my way now.
Thanks again. I'm indebted to you. I won't forget this.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all. Maybe, like I said, though, I could have sworn it was 1091 the first place.
Wasted enough time. I better get moving if I want to find my mother.
Can you?
William Alexander Mortimer the First.
Nope, it was 1191. I was just misreading the code. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna call this one here because I'm not entirely sure how long we've been going in this one. It's been a while. So thanks for watching. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, I'm AJ Gels, the Sam Gaming Channel. I'm out.